Jonah and the big fish. A long time ago, there lived a man named Jonah, the son of Amittai. He was a prophet, someone chosen by God to deliver his messages. One day, God spoke to Jonah and gave him a command. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah did not want to go. Nineveh was the capital of Assyria, a powerful and cruel nation. Jonah hated the idea of warning them. He wanted them to be punished, not forgiven. So instead of obeying God, Jonah ran in the opposite direction. He went down to the port of Joppa and found a ship bound for Tarshish, a far-off place across the sea. Jonah paid the fare and went aboard, hoping to flee from God's presence. But Jonah couldn't hide from God. As the ship sailed, God sent a violent storm upon the sea. The wind howled, the waves crashed, and the ship groaned under the pressure. The sailors were terrified. Each cried out to their gods, and they threw cargo overboard to lighten the load. Jonah, meanwhile, was fast asleep in the lower deck. The captain found him and shouted, "How can you sleep? Get up and call on your God. Maybe he will take notice of us so that we won't perish." The sailors cast lots to find out who was responsible for the storm, and the lot fell on Jonah. They demanded, "Who are you? What have you done? What God do you serve?" Jonah replied, "I am a Hebrew. I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land." The men were even more afraid. "What should we do to make the sea calm down?" Jonah said, "Throw me into the sea. It is my fault this storm has come upon you." The sailors didn't want to. They rowed hard to get back to land, but the sea grew even wilder. Finally, they prayed to the Lord and tossed Jonah overboard. At once, the storm stopped. The sea became calm. The sailors were in awe. They feared the Lord greatly, offered a sacrifice, and made vows to him. Meanwhile, Jonah sank beneath the waves. But God had not abandoned him. The Lord provided a great fish, often called a whale, though the Bible just says big fish, to swallow Jonah. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah was inside the belly of the fish. There, in the darkness, Jonah prayed. "In my distress I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead I called for help, and you listened to my cry. Salvation comes from the Lord." After Jonah's prayer, the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land. This time, when God said, "Go to Nineveh," Jonah obeyed. He traveled to the great city and began to preach, walking through the streets and proclaiming, 40 more days and Nineveh will be overthrown." To Jonah's surprise, the people listened. From the king to the commoners, they believed God's warning. They fasted, wore sackcloth, and turned from their evil ways. Even the king issued a decree. "Let everyone call urgently on God. Let them give up their evil ways and violence. Who knows? God may yet relent and show compassion." And God did. He saw that they turned from their wickedness, and he had mercy on them. He did not bring the destruction he had threatened. But Jonah was not pleased. He sat outside the city angry and bitter. "Lord," he said, "this is why I didn't want to come. I knew you are a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love. Please take my life." God asked, "Is it right for you to be angry?" Jonah didn't answer. He built a shelter and sat down to watch what would happen to the city. Then God provided a plant to grow over Jonah and give him shade. Jonah was very happy about the plant. But the next morning, God sent a worm to chew the plant, and it withered. Then came a scorching east wind and blazing sun, and Jonah grew faint. Again he cried, "It would be better for me to die than to live." God said, "Is it right for you to be angry about the plant?" Jonah said, "Yes, and I'm so angry I wish I were dead." But the Lord replied, "You are concerned about a plant you did not grow. Should I not be concerned about Nineveh, that great city, where more than 120,000 people live, not knowing right from wrong, and many animals too?" The lesson of Jonah. The story of Jonah teaches us that we cannot run from God. God is merciful, even to those we might consider our enemies. True repentance leads to forgiveness. God's love is greater than our sense of justice. It's a powerful story about obedience, grace, and God's boundless compassion. Like, share, and subscribe for more exciting videos.